Alright. We're around here messing around again. You see what it is. We are going to change the battery. This is Battery Basics 101. You can't get the 201 or 301 without 101. When I say basics, I mean very simple information about your battery and how to change it. Generally speaking, this is how it should be for maybe, I guess, 50 to 60% of cars today. I don't think this would apply to a Tesla or any high-end car that has or should have or would have a lot of plastic framing the engine bay. We're going to change this out for this one. This one is starting to fire at 9 amps, 10 amps. I think a good range, I think it's 12 to 14, don't quote me, but it shouldn't be as low as 9. I hit 9 a couple times. And another piece of proof is how it starts in the morning. Granted, it's not cold here in Richmond, Virginia. We have cloudy skies. It is a bit smoggy. I said moggy. It rained last night, but it is supposed to be 72 degrees today. But in the morning time, the cold crank amp seems to be rough. I think you should see it on most batteries, what the cold crank is. I don't see it on this one, but they're usually at 5, sometimes 3. Oh, here we go. Cold crank 500. My cold cranks are relatively low, as you hear it. This is an interstate battery. It comes with a, as you see, 24-month free replacement battery. Free replacement, no hassles. Just take it in if something's wrong, and it's you get it one back. They used to have 5-year, but I guess they went back because the batteries aren't what they used to be. I think they're relatively good. But we're gonna fire this up. This is the first start in the AM, and you're gonna hear it yourself. All right. It shouldn't be this rough in the morning. And granted, it's not cold. See, that's not confident at all. And you're gonna see the before and after once I install the new battery. Now, taking it out should be straightforward. At least for most Acuras and Hondas, it's just a bunch of 10mm bolts. You're taking this off. This is keeping your battery in place. You're taking this off first. This is your ground. This is connecting. This battery's ground is pulling from the chassis, the body, the bare metal frame of your car. A lot of times when you're messing around with these, you see as I have the ratcheting wrench, which I highly encourage anybody to get. These are better than most standard wrenches, but a lot of times when you're messing around with this, you touch accidentally. This is horrible. Touching this and that at the same time will send a shock throughout all of your fuses. You could potentially blow one. It's a lot of combustible stuff here in the engine bay. You just want to keep that to a minimum. Things can spark. I don't want to do it at all. You don't want to do that at all. My father always told me to take the negative off first. Outside of that, I'm not completely certain as to why. But it is literally just finding your angle here and taking the bolt off. All right, but we're starting with the, oh, that's the wrong way. See, look, see, here it is. Here's the potential problem as you see it right here. When you have to push this down to get it off. So you're that close away from this hot, that's power, that's red. That's where your energy, most of your power is coming from, and going out towards the car. So when you're trying to take this off, this can happen very easily. So just be mindful what you're doing. I'm going to completely So these should slip right off once you have them loosened, like this. I try to put it behind something to keep it away from the stud. That's fine. It's not catching this at all. And back here, I took the this particular plug hose out of this notch so it can fall back a little bit and get up off the battery. Same thing with this one. You can just plug this behind the cold air intake and it should be fine. And then the next step is to just take these off. You should be able to just take one off, but nonetheless, just get your battery out. This is too low, so I'm gonna have to go get a socket to get this done. Maybe not. Yep, I don't have enough room, so I'll go get it. And like I was saying before, all you need to basically do is get one of them loose. The way that it's set up here in the Acura and most Hondas, this hook right here, as you see, it holds to the battery tray. And the more you tighten this down, it presses this entire metal piece down and tightens the grip down here. So if you're able to get one of them off, the entire thing should come up. That's out. Oh, this one's perfect. This one's off. And so we can now take this battery out. Boosh. That's a good 35 pounds. Here's the second one right here. I mean, not the second one. Here's the battery plastic tray. Make sure that's flush as you heard it. Snip in. And then we're gonna put the other one in just like this. Yeah, that battery's not lighted up. And just like that, we're ready to go. I'm going to take these off. I'm going to go get a Sharpie. I'm going to get Sharpie and mark the date at which I'm installing it on my car so it starts the 2-year warranty. And then you take these off. I'm gonna have some spongy type pads I'm gonna place right here just to prevent the corrosion from happening. I think you can put a few different things on that, but you should be able to get a brusher brush to clean it if it does corrode. As you see, I don't think the interstate this interstate battery didn't do a lot of it at all. It's a little bit. It's pretty faint. Can't even tell. For that alone, I don't think this one's gonna be anything problematic as well. This is water actually. For you all that just completely don't know, this is water in your battery. You can look at Eric the Car Guides. I think it's distilled water. Water doesn't have any minerals or deposits in it. You should be able to. I don't think it's necessary to maintain this unless you have just a problematic battery or what have you. But you need to make sure these levels are sustained. For the most part, life of the battery, you shouldn't have to touch this at all. But I could be wrong. Each battery is unique, just like each car is unique. So you should be able to get this off just with a screwdriver and just look down there and see if there's water in it. Let's do that on the old battery at least. Yep, and as you see, there's liquid in that battery. This over here on the right looks kind of sketchy. That might be affecting the battery. But there is actually water in your battery. I was tickled pink once I found that out. But those water levels need to sustain. As you see, this battery is 5 years old. I got 5 years out of this thing. Boom, 5-year performance. I got 5 years and some change out of this battery. And these water levels are perfectly fine, at least in the amount of liquid that they have in them. That just looks like it's debris and gunk, so forth and so on. That might affect the battery life. But I can't complain for 5 years, $150, $55 for this battery. That's fantastic. And it's still technically not dead. I just don't want to be stranded in the event that it does decide to go dead. And in some cases, in the morning time, if it's starting to crank up, it's not cranking up to the extent, you can mess up your starter. If it gets that bad. It didn't get that bad with my car at all. And I don't want it pulling on the alternator at all. I think in my heart of hearts, I just know this bad boy is going to go bad pretty soon. I had to change the power steering pump. This bad boy was leaking a lot of power steering fluid, and just doused all of that. You can put water on your alternator. I drenched it in degreaser, and as you see, some of the areas as the black, that's still oil and gunk left over, and it's still kicking. This is also giving me 4.5 years, and I can't complain with that length, that level of performance. But I don't want to put any strain on this at all. And I tested my battery and saw that the crank amps were low. I got 2 opinions, and it yielded both the undesired results from both testings. All right, and we are in here. So we got these fit back down to keep the battery down. This one is on tight. This one is on tight. Looks good. And let's see what the difference is after installing your battery. It's literally a plug and play. All right. And it's just way more confident than the sluggish initial one. So I'm gonna go get it tested. I should buy a battery tester. I'm gonna go get it tested to see what the crank amps are, see what the voltage is, just to make sure everything's fine. Once you do reset your battery, make sure you have your radio codes and your clocks, and your check engine lights are gone temporarily. If you have a problem with your check engines, they're coming back. But that's it. This is battery 101. How to install your battery on most cars, even vans or whatever this box trucks. That's it. You can subscribe. I think this has turned into a channel, just a video blog of stuff concerning my car, at least for now. But that's it. That's installing the battery. That's basic. You can do it. Do not overthink it. All right. I literally pulled off 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts and 1 tool. All right. It's really that easy. Just remember to make sure you take your negative off first, and make sure none of this doesn't touch any metal, especially that one. That's just the angry one. That's red. This is black. Black is chill. You know, it's all the colors together. That's chill. Red is usually fire and hot fire. In this situation, it can be literal if it sparks something. All right, until next time.